The port of Szczecin is changing ownership. German cargo company Rhenus has bought more than half of the shares of Polish port operator Bulk Cargo. It has thus become the owner of a total of 98.5% of the port's shares. The port of Szczecin, with its importance for European waterways, is also of great significance for the Rhenus network. The potential of this port for environmentally friendly supply chains to the Polish, Czech and East German markets is enormous. As Rhenus, we have been supporting Polish customers for 30 years and will continue to develop efficient logistics solutions for them. The question arises as to why it should be the German company Rhenus that develops the right solutions for Poles and takes control of the region's supply chains. The rationale for the sale itself is also questionable. Last year, Szczecin's Świnoujście port recorded a 25% year-on-year increase in net profits. The Polish government had the option of exercising its right of first refusal over the shares and thus to block the transaction. Unfortunately, it did not take advantage of this opportunity.
Nie ma możliwości, aby polskie podmioty.
There is no possibility for Polish entities to lease land in Germany. In Poland, it is done just like that. It seems straightforwardly that these are simply election promises that Tusk is implementing today in relation to Germany as a pre-election repayment for all those actions supporting his candidacy. Deputy Infrastructure Minister Arkadiusz Marchewka makes no secret of the change in ownership of the Szczecin port. He argues that Germany will modernize the terminal and storage infrastructure, which will allow the expansion of handling capacity. First, there was a transaction between the private company Rhenus and the shareholders of the private company Bulk Cargo. As a result, Rhenus became its majority shareholder. Since we are talking about private companies, it is clear that the state-owned company was not involved in the transaction. Of course, in the stories about the agreement of private companies, keeping all proportions in mind, one can hear echoes of statements made by Rafał Trzaskowski or Angela Merkel about Nord Stream 2. By lobbying for the creation of the Lower Oder National Park and taking influence in ports, Germany is stifling Polish ambitions to develop cargo transport and use the transport potential of Polish rivers.
Cały czas trwa walka o.
There is a continuing struggle to capture cargo precisely in the Oder area. For years, such action by the German side has been aimed at Rostock. It didn't work, so another solution is being attempted, to seize Polish assets. Today, this is becoming a reality, primarily with the involvement and thanks to the Tusk government, which, as you may see, will not take appropriate action in this regard. When information about the possible sale of TVN circulated in the media, Donald Tusk, disregarding the applicable law, decided to include the station in the government's list of strategic companies. This shows that with the right political will, the government can influence such transactions. Apparently, however, securing adequate media coverage was more important to him than the fate of strategic infrastructure in Szczecin.